Welcome back to Temple of Elemental Evil, the adventure board game Dungeons & Dragons. And we are beginning turn 5. And it is now Talon's turn, our ranger here. And the first thing she's going to do before anything else, it's during her hero phase, is she is going to use Goodberry, which is food is never scarce when Talon is around. It says use during your hero phase, which is now. Each hero on your hero's tile regains 1 hit point. And that's, I believe it includes herself, because she is a hero. Each hero on your hero's tile regains a hit point. So she is going to regain a hit point. So she now only has 2 wounds left before she dies. So she has 6 damage out of 8 hit points. And that's going to give back Alaros another hit point as well. And that's a flip over ability. So that's only to be used once per adventure, so that has been used. So to sum up now, Alaros has 3 damage, and Talon still has 6 damage. And now it is time to either move and do something. So I think we're going to move her 1, 2. She's just going to move to this spot here. So she is now next to an unexplored edge. And of course, the next thing we do, her hero phase is over because she's nothing to attack. And so we're going to do the exploration phase. And because she is beside an unexplored edge, we flip a tile and, oh wow, I think she's going down. This is another tile with 2 monsters on it. So we're going to place that down. It's a white triangle, so at least we won't get an event card. But we are going to get 2 monster cards for Talon. So the first monster that appears, well, this time we get a water cultist. So we'll look at the details when he's activated. And this time the water cultists are this miniature here. And so we'll put the water cultist there. And yes, she gets another monster. 2 of them. And this time she gets a hobgoblin fighter. Alright, and the hobgoblin fighters are these little guys right here. So, hobgoblin fighter. Alright, and of course, we're into the villain phase now. And with the villain phase, we do not have a black triangle. And we did expose a tile, so we're not going to be drawing an encounter card. So that's good for us. However, she has to probably deal with the 2 monsters she just drew. So first up is the water cultist. So let's take a look at his tactics and see what he's going to do. It says if the water cultist is within 1 tile of a hero, which he is, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a coral sword. So it's a +6 to hit. Would do 1 damage and move the hero 1 tile. Well, that might be advantageous to us. So let's get out the dice tray and roll the water cultist attack. And we're just going to move him straight ahead here. So he moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with a coral sword. So let's get out the dice tray and roll that attack. Alright, so the water cultist attacking Talon. She has an armor class of 15. Well, he has 15 plus 6. That is going to be a hit. And Talon is going to take 1 damage, and so she is only going to have 1 hit point left. Ouch. All right, and of course when we look at the rest of the card, we look here, she takes 1 damage, says, and move the hero, and move hero 1 tile. So she's going to be moved 1 tile away. All right, so let's go back to the board and do that. All right, so the water cultist hits Talon for a point of damage, and she's going to move move 1 tile away. So let's move her to the same tile Alaros is on. At least that's how I'm reading that card. How that should work. Yeah, all right. So Talon gets knocked back here, I guess, from a wave of whatever. Next up in the monster activation is the hobgoblin fighter. And it says, if the hobgoblin fighter is within 1 tile of a hero, well, he isn't now because he is 2 tiles away. So we read the otherwise. It says, otherwise this monster moves 1 tile toward the closest hero. All right, so we don't take an attack from the hobgoblin fighter, but he's going to move one closer. So we'll move him here. So he marches up towards Talon. Whew. All right. That is going to end Talon's turn. Up next, of course, Alaros. So let me think about what we're going to do with Alaros on his turn, and we'll come back and activate him. All right, for Alaros, I have a plan of action, a cunning plan. Well, possibly. So first up, we're going to use his utility power action surge. And it says, use during your hero phase, which is now take one additional action. And we flip this card over. It is now used. He can't use it anymore for the rest of this adventure. But he is going to have two actions. The first thing he's going to do, of course, you get to move, and then you get to perform one action normally. This time he's going to get to move and perform two actions. So he's going to move. He has a movement of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he is going to attack the air cultist with his first of his two actions. And so what he is going to do is he is going to use the claws of the Umber Hulk. The reason he's doing it is because the water cultist has 2 hit points. So it's used instead of an attack action. Attack one adjacent monster, +4, and does 3 damage. So if he hits, he is going to take out the water cultist. All right, let's get to the dice tray. The water cultist has an armor class of 13, and Alaros has +4 to hit. We'll do 3 damage if he does so. All right, claws of the Umber Hulk. And Alaros rolls a 16, +4 is 20. That easily wipes out the water cultist, armor class 13, and he's going to do 3 damage for the claws of the Umber Hulk. The water cultist is no more. And yes, when you take out a monster, to draw a treasure card. So, this time we're seeing some money. So we get a pouch of copper. It says play immediately. You gain 100 gold pieces. And then you discard it immediately afterwards. So we're going to take one of these little 100 gold piece tokens, and we're going to add that to Alaros's player area. All right, back to the board. All right, Alaros handily taking out the water cultist. Oh, that's great. And now he has one more action, and so he is going to attack once more. And he's going to use his battle axe this time. Let's take a look at it here. It says attack one adjacent monster, and it is after the attack your hero may move up to 2 spaces. So it's +6, does 1 damage, which is all we need to do to take out the Hobgoblin Fighter. Let's get to the dice tray and see if the battle axe is going to prove effective. All right, Alaros +6, and the Hobgoblin Fighter's armor class is 15. I guess I could be putting these in here so we can actually see what's going on a little bit. So here we go. All right, +6 to hit. We have 15, and 6 is 21. That overcomes the 15 armor class of the Hobgoblin Fighter. The Hobgoblin Fighter is taken out. And all right, and of course Alaros will not be getting another treasure card because it doesn't matter how many monsters you take out on your turn, you only get 1 treasure card per turn. All right, back to the board. All right, Alaros, he is a killing machine, takes out the Hobgoblin Fighter, and that is the end of that. And now he can move 2 spaces, and I think he's just going to move 1, 2 over this way. We have a ton of experience built up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 12 experience built up. And yes, he didn't explore an edge. I'm trying to not have too many monsters on the board at one time because Talon is very beaten up and we want her to survive. So we're going to actually get an encounter card right now. And so let's readjust the camera. We're going to take a look at our encounter. All right, so we draw an encounter card and we get event and attack. It's magnetic rocks. And it says your hero loses 200 gold pieces or discards 1 item treasure card. Attack your hero +7 will do 2 damage. Well, You know what? This is not nice. We are going to spend 5 experience points, and we're going to cancel that card. So we're going to take these 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5 experience points of monsters, and we are just going to make that encounter not happen. All right, and that is going to be the end of Alaros's turn and the end of turn 5. So again, to recap, Talon has 7 damage out of 8 hit points. She's in bad shape. Alaros has 3 damage out of 10 hit points, so he's not doing too badly. All right, so next time, Talon will be going first, of course, at the beginning of turn 6. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for Temple of Elemental Evil, the Dungeons & Dragons board game from the Adventure series, and next time, turn 6. Thanks for watching.